What's going on, YouTube? What you doing? Huh? You getting some money? Yeah, better be getting some money. Hope you getting some money. If you didn't know, it's Block Life Vlogs, aka the Trucking Block, back with another video. Like, comment, and subscribe. Hit the thumbs up and notification bell. Does not cost you a thing. Comment down below. Interact with me. I interact back. If you don't like my videos, hit the dislike. YouTube analytics, right? So I've been gone for a few days, about 5 days now since I made my last video, giving you a little story time about my first night as a trucker, well, trainee on a trainer's truck with US Express. My first company I dealt with. And speaking of my first company, let's talk about my job search so far. I've had a few subscribers come in and say, hey, you know, what's going on with that job search? A couple have DM'd me about it. A couple have sent me leads on a few places they know of. I'm mainly looking for a local gig, right? So I tried 10 Roads Express and I was hired but not hired. See, what happened was I got the job on a dedicated run from KCK to Denver and with a layover. What happened with that was they have this thing in the company where if another employee that's already employed can see the job posted, they have 48 hours to retrieve or apply for that job. So within that 48 hours of applying for it and being approved, they snatched it from me. From there, they offered me a flex position, which is all kinds of different schedules. Basically a fill-in driver for whatever schedule, whenever schedule. I can't do that, man. I need a set schedule. So from there, I also had an application in with a recruiting company stating they had an account out of Harrisonville, Missouri. Perfect. My area. Close to home. Won't take me long to get back and forth to work. And it's home daily, and it starts off at 6 p.m. at night, meaning I get home early in the morning. I can get some rest, pop up, handle some business in the afternoon, spend time with the kids, so on and so forth. It was perfect. I applied for it. Even the pay was nice. Pay was an average of anywhere from $1,500 to $2,200 per week, and it was through a company that I never thought it would be through. Now, this is a Walmart dedicated account, excuse me. It's a Walmart dedicated account that a recruiter had placed on Indeed. Now, the Indeed job posting said H&H Recruiting or something like that. Yeah, it was H&H Recruiting. For a Walmart home daily job. I know where the DC is because I've delivered there for every company except for JB Hunt. I've been there several times. So I know about the DC out there in Harrisonville. Perfect setup, man. Apply for it. Basically, they told me I was hired and I was just waiting on my background to clear and for the security team to talk with me. So they gave me a number to talk to the security team. I spoke with a security team member and the question came up of something that happened 15 years ago. Now, I'm not naming the mega carrier that this account is attached to, that the recruiter had posted the job for in the first place just yet. Let me get through the details of what happened with this job. So, where can I start? All right, so over the weekend, the week before last, over the weekend, I applied for that job. They had me apply with the mega carrier. I talked to the mega carrier recruitment department. And then come Wednesday, I talked to the security department. And on that day, like I said before, they mentioned something that happened 15 years ago. It was a felony. Yes, I'm a felon. Been a felon for 15 years, man. You might as well say 15 years. It's like more like 14 and a half years. Am I proud of it? No. Do I regret it? Again, no. Because it made me who I am. It was felony theft. Almost $700. I had to pay restitution. and do 3 years of probation. I was let off probation early because there was a mix-up between not public defender, between the probation officer in Kansas and a probation officer in Missouri. Kansas and Missouri have an interstate compact. Since the crime happened in Kansas and I lived in Missouri, they allowed me to do my probation out of a Missouri office as long as it was overseen by a Kansas probation officer. Things were going smooth for about 2 years. 2 years in, they violated me. Because the Missouri probation office had failed to send documentation or proof that I was doing well for a few months. So they put I think it was a $10,000 warrant out for my arrest through the state of Kansas. And I was going to work one day. I was with my best friend who passed away a few years back. I was on my way back to work and we got pulled over, and him and I were both confused because I'm like, man, I'm straight. Like, what could this be? I even got lippy with the officer because he was touching all on my brand new car. At the time I had an 08 Hyundai Sonata with a sunroof and everything. It was fully loaded V6. And this is like, I think it is 2008. If I remember right, it was like 2008, 2009. It was the beginning of 2009. This was an 08 Hyundai Sonata. The car was brand new, basically. I got it with 0 miles on it, almost. I think it had 3-4 miles on it, whatever. But anyway, I can't remember all the details of the vehicle, but I do know this. I was getting smart with the officer. Said, hey man, I just washed my car. Don't touch all over like that or whatever. He comes back laughing. He's like, I need you to step out. I'm like, step out for what? He's like, well, you worried about the paint job and, leaving fingerprints and, handprints on the windows or whatever. But you got a warrant out of Kansas. I'm like, for what? He said, probation violation. I'm like, man, I just talked to my PO last week. He's like, well, that can't be because they have a warrant out for you. So they arrested me, took me to jail. I spent 10 days in jail. And on the last day I went to court, the judge was like, oops, we got the paperwork we needed. We arrested you for no reason. We were going to violate you, but instead we're going to let you off probation early. Lost everything immediately, including the car I was driving. Anyway, I'm not going to go into the details of what happened after that, but I was off probation. Completely off after they messed up. I was supposed to do 3 years, only did like 2 in a few months. Anyway, online or when you run my record, it looks like I did prison time because the way it is typed up in the system, it looks like I've done 3 years in the penitentiary. I've never seen the pen in my life. Could have, because the judge said he wanted to make an example out of me, whatever that means. Over $700 in merchandise stolen from a store, a clothing store. I ain't gonna name the store because I ain't gonna give him any clout off this. Anyway, this company that I applied for wanted me to explain that to them. Now, mind you, this happened when I was 18 going on 19 years old. I'm almost 35 years old today. All right? Convicted about 19 years old. Like I said, 14, 15 years old. I don't even think about it anymore. It's irrelevant to my life. I've worked plenty of jobs that require me to be legit. I went from railroad to trucking. Worked for a few different companies so far, and that's never been an issue besides one, which is Warner. And if you go back and you watch some old videos, you know that Warner denied me for that reason. So after I explained that on Wednesday, she said that they give me a call back within 2 to 3 business days to inform me of their decision. Okay, cool. So Friday came. I said, I'm gonna take it upon myself to call some people. I called the H&H recruiting office, left a voicemail, got nothing back. I called both the recruiters for this mega carrier that I was talking to that I applied for through the Walmart account. Nothing back. I called the security team, was on hold for about an hour. No answer. I tried that a few times on Friday. No answer. So I get home, I do my 34. Even my wife asks, hey, you hear back from such and such? Nah. I'm gonna try again on Monday. So again, Monday comes, same thing, no answer. Tuesday comes, same thing, no answer. So finally I got frustrated and I just blew all the phones up. I kept calling till I finally got a hold of the person from H&H Recruiting. And he told me that, you know what? Matter of fact, I did get a hold of him Monday. That's right, I forgot all about that. We talked for a brief second, for like 1 minute. I told him real quick, like, hey, I was just checking on it. Have you heard anything? He said, I'll get back with you tomorrow. He didn't get back to me on Tuesday. I called, and I finally got a hold of him Tuesday afternoon. He tells me that they told him that I was denied. They were going to go with a better fit applicant. So I'm like, okay. Got almost 4 years experience of trucking. No preventable accidents besides me hitting a cow, which was non-preventable, not my fault. No police report on that. I was rear-ended driving a day cab JB Hunt trailer, or I said trailer truck and trailer. The trailer was empty, got rear-ended by a pickup truck hauling a horse trailer. I was not at fault because they rear-ended me while I was sitting at a red light. Police report, I was not at fault. I've submitted this police report before for Estes and Warner. Oh, not Warner, my bad. What's the other company? I think it was Tim Rhodes. Yeah, Estes and Tim Rhodes, right? So, this company in particular didn't ask for a police report because I didn't get an opportunity to talk to the recruiters that work for the actual company. So I'm talking to this H&H Recruiting guy, and I said, what? Why didn't they call me? Why didn't they tell me? And he's just as confused as I am. He like, well, I don't know. When I reached out to them, that's all they would tell me. They said they couldn't go into detail. So I called the security number back, didn't get an answer. Called about an hour later after that. This is about 3 o'clock in the afternoon. I finally get a hold of somebody, and she tells me what she told H&H Recruiting. So I'm like, wait a minute. Can you give me details on it? At least so I can know what to say to the next employer? Because, I mean, you basically denied me without even calling to tell me. I had my wife, everybody in my family. I thought I had the job in the bag. I thought I had a home daily gig I was supposed to start soon. Nope, not the case. Anyway, the company is Swift. Swift. Now, I said it 3 times like that because ain't this the same company that I don't even like parking next to? Not because I think all their drivers are incompetent. I think their training is bad. I don't think they train well enough. I think the drivers that do hit things weren't trained properly. This is the same company that's all over the internet getting clowned all the time, right? I got a clean driving record. No DUIs, no drug convictions, no weapon convictions, no drug, nothing. Clean. You looked over me because of something that happened 15 years ago? I had deja vu with Warner. I'm like, dang, y'all could have told me. Here it is Tuesday. It's almost a whole week later after I talked to you, and I'm just now finding out that I don't have the job. But I'm gonna leave that right there. Yeah, Swift. So that's a piece of my update with the job search. And yes, I'm still with RTI. I'm in an RTI truck right now as I'm making this video. I'm in the middle of Wisconsin right now. I got a load to deliver tomorrow. Unfortunately, it's a Tractor Supply load. I don't like Tractor Supply loads because of the live unload process, man. I can't stand it, especially when you have multiple stops. It takes up your whole day, man. But anyway, I figured I'd give y'all a little tidbit of what I got going on. I do have a company lined up. It's solid. It's what I want. It fits me perfectly. And I'm going to surprise y'all with that company coming soon. But until then, man, it's Block Life Vlogs, aka The Trucking Block. Like, comment, and subscribe. Hit the thumbs up and notification bell. Does not cost you a thing. Comment down below. Interact with me. I interact back. And if you don't like my videos, please hit the dislike. Please hit the dislike if you don't like the video. And for the ones that I'm repeating that to, you know who you are. I'll let you in the next one. Peace.
Jesus, peace. I got family in high places like Jesus, niece. Can I please say my piece?